Have you ever heard of a penny worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Sounds impossible, right? Well, there's one penny that's so rare, so valuable, it's selling for an astounding $867,000. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $1 million for a coin worth just 1 cent at face value. Today, we're diving into the mystery and value of the 1964 Abraham Lincoln penny with no mint mark. If you're a coin collector or just someone who has a handful of old pennies lying around, this might just be the coin that makes you rich. Let's get into it. The 1964 Abraham Lincoln penny is part of a long-standing tradition in the United States. Since its introduction in 1909, the penny has featured the profile of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most beloved U.S. presidents in history. The penny was designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, and it's one of the most iconic coins ever minted. But what makes the 1964 penny particularly special isn't just its design. It's about a small but significant error that makes it one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in the world today. You see, in 1964, the U.S. Mint was supposed to mark all pennies with a mint mark showing where they were produced. Pennies minted in Philadelphia, for example, should have the letter P or no mark at all. But a few rare coins were accidentally minted without any mint mark at all. This error has made the 1964 no mint mark penny one of the most valuable coins on the market today. So, how can you tell if you have a genuine 1964 no mint mark penny? It's not just about the date. While you can clearly see the year 1964 on the coin, the lack of a mint mark is what makes it stand out. Normally, pennies from that year will either have no mint mark if they were produced in Philadelphia, or a D for Denver, or S for San Francisco. To check if your coin is a 1964 with no mint mark, you need to carefully inspect the back of the coin. In fact, it's often difficult to tell at first glance, so you may need to use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to make sure there's no letter beneath the year. Pay special attention to the area around the 1 in the 1964 date. The other key feature to check is the coin's weight. A standard penny weighs about 2.5 grams. If the weight of your coin seems off, it could be a sign that you have something special on your hands. But remember, the only true way to confirm its value is to have it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. Let's talk a bit more about the specifics of this penny. The 1964 Abraham Lincoln penny is made from 95% copper and 5% zinc. This is the typical composition for U.S. pennies from that era. The size is standard, with a diameter of 19 millimeters and a thickness of 1.52 millimeters. While the lack of a mint mark is the primary factor that makes the 1964 penny valuable, it's not the only reason. The coin was minted during a time when the U.S. government was in the midst of preparing to change the way pennies were made. By 1982, the U.S. Mint switched to a primarily zinc-based composition for pennies. So, older copper pennies like the 1964 Lincoln penny are often more desirable to collectors, adding to the value of those coins in general. But the key factor for the 1964 penny is the error that caused it to be missing the mint mark. It's not something you'll find on just any penny, which is why it has become such a rare find. So, why is this coin so rare? In 1964, the mint mark was meant to be stamped onto every coin produced in the U.S. However, due to a mix-up at the mint, a small batch of 1964 pennies was mistakenly struck without the mint mark. The error was so subtle that it wasn't immediately noticed. In fact, most people wouldn't even think twice about a missing mint mark on a coin that seemed so ordinary. But over time, collectors began to notice these unusual pennies, and they quickly realized just how rare they were. Today, a 1964 penny with no mint mark is considered one of the most valuable coins in existence. This error makes the coin highly sought after, with collectors willing to pay top dollar for an example in good condition. Now, let's talk about what this coin is worth. In terms of value, a 1964 no mint mark penny is incredibly rare in uncirculated condition, which is when a coin has been preserved in perfect condition without any signs of wear. A 1964 no mint mark penny in the state could fetch close to $867,000 at auction. Yes, that's nearly $1 million for a single penny. Of course, the value of a coin depends heavily on its condition. A well-circulated 1964 no mint mark penny will still be worth quite a bit, generally ranging anywhere from a few hundred to a few $1,000s, depending on its wear and tear. If the penny is worn and has been circulated for many years, it will be worth less, but it could still bring in a nice sum compared to other common coins. For those who have this coin but aren't sure of its authenticity, Professional coin grading services can help you get it certified. A certified coin, graded by experts, will typically sell for much higher prices than a coin that's ungraded or unverified. To give you a better sense of just how much these coins have sold for, let's look at a few examples. In 2019, a 1964 no-mint mark penny in excellent condition was sold at a major auction for $879,000. Another coin in slightly less pristine condition, but still highly sought after, sold for over $600,000 at a different auction. These examples show that the 1964 no-mint mark penny isn't just a rare coin, it's a highly lucrative one as well. If you find a 1964 penny in your pocket change, take a moment to check it closely. If it's a no-mint mark version, you could be holding onto a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Even if your coin isn't perfect, it still might be worth more than you think, especially if it's in good condition or certified by a professional. So go ahead, dig through your old coins and take a closer look at your pennies. You never know, the next time you go through your spare change, you might just have a small fortune in your hands. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos on rare coins and valuable finds. And remember, check your change, you could be the lucky person to find the next big treasure. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to stay updated on all things rare and collectible. Happy hunting!